And I believe her teachers are here also this evening. So it's a wonderful evening. We're in for a wonderful time. Ladies and gentlemen, son Linville and Martin, following closely behind is her first son, David. Yes. And then I see behind David, I believe that's her daughter, Orly. The second daughter, yes. And the oldest daughter, they say this is her first pain. Yes. They're coming, come on, let's give them a round of applause. This is interesting. It says, when first I started to seek the Lord, I'm glad I counted the cost. Raise it for me, Bishop Kevin. I started to seek the Lord. I'm glad.
Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the evening. You are now officially welcome.
Interesting history. And I asked one of her sons yesterday coming over to Nassau. He and I caught the same flight. We sat next to each other. And I sat next to the wrong one because Roland don't know how to stop talking. That's a gift. He have a gift of gab. He would talk. And while he was talking, I was just writing some of the notes that he was saying. And I asked Roland, I said, Roland, give me some interesting stuff about your mom. And you know, Roland is stutter too, you see. So some things it take him 10 minutes to say. Shut up. Mommy. So I had to write as he said. So some of the things in my sound, like I stutter, and I had to write it like how you say it. But I was so impressed by Sister Johnson, and I asked Roland, I said, Roland, so tell me, growing up in the house in Crooked Island, I said, what was it like when y'all used to watch TV? The boy said on the plane, TV? I said, what, y'all didn't have any TV? He said, no, we couldn't watch no TV. We didn't have no TV, we used to watch each other. I said, watch each other, so how'd that work? He said, we just had to watch each other, we had no TV. He said, the first time we watched TV, I said, was it Crooked Island? He said, no, it was on Crooked Island Street in Nassau at my sister Ana's house. Ana just got married and she had a TV, a 13-inch black and white TV. And say, sometime me and my brothers had to go outside and twist the antenna. And we would watch the TV, whatever show or that. Sometimes it used to be snowy. And that's what we had to watch. I said, yeah? He said, yeah, that was the only thing we had, 13-inch TV. And then, he said, his mommy was a minister of finance. She's a person when she don't believe in owing people. Am I right? Siblings all could agree with that? He said, if she borrowed money from Bishop Hewlett today, and she promised you she could pay you tomorrow, she will pay you tomorrow. That's how she was. And because she promised she was going to pay you back tomorrow, and she didn't have it, she can go to Bishop Thompson to borrow what she can pay. Borrow from Bishop Thompson to pay you, and promise him she can pay him Tuesday. And when Tuesday comes, and she didn't have what she had for him, and then she can go to Brother Norman and borrow from him to pay, but she's a woman of her word. So once she borrow from you, you can set your mind straight, you can get paid. She was a person, say his mommy was the minister of finance and his daddy was the minister of external affairs. And then say his mom taught Ina. Ina, raise your hand. For them who don't know, that's Ina, this is her first pain. 15 months after they got married, Ina was born. And Ina was the first pain, and she learned how to cook standing on a step stool in the kitchen. 10 years old. Flesh and blood did not reveal that to me. No, 10 years old. She learned how to cook. And I'm told that Ina could still cook. Am I right, Maureen? Yes. And she taught Maureen how to cook when Maureen was tiny. Am I right? Some in the constituency, Maureen was tiny when she learned how to cook. And then he said, Sister Ellen was the disciplinarian. and I asked him when he used to get beaten, because now in our house we used to get beaten every Wednesday. Yeah, I grew up in a house where we get beaten on Wednesdays. And sometimes on Tuesday I try to beat Bishop Cephas. I try to be good on Tuesday because I know tomorrow is Wednesday. I try to be good so I know, and I try to be good. And when you see Wednesday morning and I know I didn't do nothing wrong, I feel good. But you see, sometimes the sun does go down. And my mommy does remind me, it's something I do. And mind you, something I think is nothing much, but something happened where I get beaten. And he said the same thing happened in their house. His mommy was the disciplinarian. And his mommy used to beat them. If they run, and she throws something at them, don't mind them turning. He said he turned the corner, and sometime when he looked, the thing what she threw came from the opposite way. And her hand was straight. He said, Ellen, your son told me. He said, your hand was straight. And I used to get beaten on Wednesdays, but I asked him, so when you always get beaten? He said, every day. Every day. There was no, there was no schism in the body there. They got beaten every day. And Roland told me something that had me laughing. She sent Roland and Roland, that's Roland over there on the guitar. Roland, raise your hand, let them see you. Good. That's Roland. Roland, one time Sister Ellen sent him to the well. This happened in Crooked Island, am I right? Crooked Island. For some water. That's what you get from the well, eh? Water. Roland went to the well, and some boys who were there getting water before him, they were shooting marbles. Sister Ellen, you might remember this. You're 100, but you got good memory. And he started to shoot marbles with the boys. And when you're playing marbles, the game get fun. When you step aside and you shoot your tar and just getting excited. And while he was shooting his marble, he looked down the street. He saw his mommy coming. And she didn't come with swinging hands. She had a switch in her hand. And what he did, that same marble he was about to shoot, he put it down. He put his bucket on his head and started to go home. And while he was walking home, his mommy came to him with the switch, and every step he made was a cup. And he said, and she told him, do not waste her water. So you can imagine walking home with a bucket on your head, the water splashing over, you getting wet from the bucket. And he said his eyes was wet because the tears coming down, and he couldn't do nothing. He just had to take each cut. Oh, where you going? Where you going to sit down? Where you going from Zion? All of these things he tell me on the plane, and the plane ride from Freeport to Nassau was only about 20 minutes. And he gave me a whole hour. And they used to go to church like me. All of you who grew up in the Prophecy Church, let me see you raise your hand. Yeah, that's all we do. You see, in Prophecy Church, we used to go to church 8 days a week. Someone said there's 7 days a week, but we used to go to church 8 days a week. And I know when Roland told me that, I know he wasn't lying, Brother Fritz. Because I know on Sunday mornings, we used to have to get up 5 a.m. Why you play medication league? 5 a.m. for a family prayer. Then we had to go to morning Sunday school. Pastor Lyle, after morning Sunday school, we had to go to the morning worship. After morning worship, we had Sunday school at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Great God from Zion. Anybody can attest to this? Yes. After the Sunday school in the afternoon, we had to go back 6:30 for evening worship. 5 times on Sundays. And then Monday, my dad was the choir director. We had to go to choir practice. And go to choir practice with Daddy. Tuesday, after school, was Gleaners. Some of y'all don't know about Gleaners. Yes. But we had to go to Gleaners. Gleaners was for the children. And that was at 4:30. And then at 7:30 was the VLB. That was the young people. We had to stay back for that. That was Tuesday. Wednesday, we had to go to church. Why? There was CPMA. Then on Thursday, we had to go to church. Why? Because it was Women's Night, WMB. Friday night, we had to go to church. Why? Because they had youth choir practices to Sharon. Yes. And then Saturday, we used to thank God because we figure we don't have to go because that's the day the custodian will be cleaning the church. And Daddy used to make sure we go to make sure we help her. Oh yeah, we had to help. And then again, Sunday. And I remember, we've been to church so much. Roland said they had the same situation. And they saw on Sunday morning, his dad, Pastor Euhijah Johnson, told him he got to go to church. He told his mom he wasn't feeling well. You might remember this. He said his head was hurting. She said, Roland, and Roland used to like eat. She told Roland, said, you don't feel good? He said, no, mom. She said, okay, you can stay home. And they went to church. And when church was out, like her, Usual thing what she would do, she would cook the food and prepare the food and feed her husband first. And then she looked at the children and she was preparing their food, but she said, well, Roland don't feel good, so he don't need to eat much. And he said, ma'am, and his mom said that he wanted to walk around the house, sure he's feeling good. But if he was feeling good, you would have gone to church that morning. Yeah, but that was how it was in their house. But let's give Sister Ellen a round of applause. Wonderful job.
One grade, one girl, real.
It's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, they came to celebrate with your aunt, right? They came to celebrate with their aunt, Auntie Ellen. Yeah? So tell me something. Have your Auntie Ellen ever beat you?
No.
Yeah. But if she had the opportunity, you would have let her beat you, though. What about you? Did you get beaten from Auntie Ellen?
No, I haven't.
So how come you all boys got all the beating? Huh? This is interesting. And I just wanted to take a picture between. Come on. Yeah. The reason why I called them up, I saw Tom was taking pictures. And I told my wife there's some twins here. Thank you very much. I just want to take a photo with you guys. Yeah. Come on, let's give them a round of applause. Came all the way from Seattle, Washington, just to be here with their aunt.
We are given, according to the scripture, 70, which is 70 years. And by reason of strength, 80, which is 80 years. But here we are tonight, allowing her time, the majority of her time, promoting, exemplifying the blessings of the Lord. Ellen Johnson has made a tremendous contribution to this nation.
Ladies and gentlemen, starting off the chant, Sister Ellen, everybody's here. They came with a special message just for you. And we'll start off with a table that goes by the name. They call themselves the Good Looking Crew. I laughed too when I heard that. The Good Looking Crew. Where are you? I had a feeling Bishop Cephas was going to remember. Okay, Good Looking Crew. Go ahead. You're on. All eyes on you. Good Looking Crew. Watch them.
100 years strong. Happy birthday.
100 years.
You are a shining star amongst many. Happy birthday, Ellen.
Alright. Not bad. You are a shining star among many. Okay. Oh, she gotta be the shining star. Ain't nobody else. Any of your classmates? None of your classmates? Wow. It's interesting. Wow. Moving right along. Remind you get disqualified. Yeah, you get disqualified when your name called you. But anyhow, I'll give you a break. I'll come back. There's a table that goes by the name Colonel Hill. Colonel Hill is in the house. Where are they? Oh, right in the constituency over there. Colonel Hill. Go ahead, Colonel.
May God continue to bless you tremendously. Happy birthday! We love you.
Last minute. That wasn't a part of your chanting. Only one person said it at the end. Yeah. Yeah, dude. So, yeah. One thing I can say, I was clapping on time. The beat was all right. Had a good beat. Is that you keeping track of who? Okay. She says she's enjoying it, so that's a good sign. What about this group that calls themselves Landrel Point? Landrel Point.
We are sending you 100 kisses.
Hey, they say they're sending you 100 kisses and all I hear is wow, wow, that's 3. Anyhow, here everybody can count, I can understand. 100 is a big number, you know. 100 is a big number, but you made that, Yeah, you know, you made that. Now, there's a table that goes by the name Fabulous. Fabulous, where are you, Fabulous? Oh, right here. Fabulous. Okay. Fabulous. Fabulous, you moved the person from second place and you all took second. Wow. And now. No. This is why they was worried. They was worried what they could say. There is a table that goes by the name Kerosene Lantern. They couldn't think of it. They look at the table, they saw a kerosene lamp, they said, call us a kerosene lantern. There they are.
Celebrate Lady Magdalene, who won 100 girls. Birthday blessings.
All right. Wonderful. I heard you all in your start off. But then when at the end, when the calamity came, you started speaking the joke. I know you mean that, but y'all don't know what props. Y'all had your, yeah, I like that. That's creative. Wonderful. Now, there's a table that goes by the name Centenarian. Okay, that one. Go ahead. Oh, these are sent from the States.
This table go?
Yeah, these are sent from the States.
The one behind us, they went.
Behold, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Aunt Helen. Happy birthday.
Totally look like that.
You did it!
I see why I couldn't call her name. Come on, that was wonderful. I have a table that goes by the name the Kali Clan. Pretty good. You only take who at your second chance.
Happy birthday to a lady worthy of our praise. We love you.
14 tables. Okay, holy jumpers. Number 14. Not bad. At least you place. You know, some people ain't get no position, but you place. Now, Sister Ellen. Now, which one you thought? I know you listened to all of them. You sat down, listened attentively. Which one you say would be first position? Listen now, Mr. Judge. She sat down and listened to all of them. You all didn't know you was being judged. And you can hear her all you want. No bribe in this. Which one you say? You can't remember. You like all of them. Yeah. She like all of them. Her mouth started to say butt. What about? You like this one here? Oh, you pointing over there? Oh, so she like y'all. Okay. And what your name was again?
The Carly Clan.
The Carly Clan. Say she like y'all. Come on, give yourself a round of applause.
She lived in the Western District, known to Crooked Islanders as Dongalong. I, in the Eastern District, known as Upalong. She has a contagious smile and a very humble spirit. These two elements drew me to her. I relish the times when we met, which were during conventions and special events, when all of the churches of God of Prophecy in Crooked Island came together. I moved to New Providence with my parents in 1950. And in 1971, when she and her late husband, Pastor Uhijah Johnson, moved to New Providence, I had